China is outpacing the United States by at least a decade in developing nuclear power. That's according to a new report by the nonprofit Information Technology and Innovation Foundation. While the U.S. still has almost 40 more fully operational nuclear plants than any other nation, it has no new ones under construction. The report says China's ongoing and planned projects puts them 10 to 15 years ahead of the U.S. U.S. lawmakers are trying to fix what they see as a problem. Last week, Democrats and Republicans came together in a rare bipartisan vote to pass the ADVANCE Act. One signed by President Biden, it'll make it cheaper and quicker to build new nuclear reactors in the U.S. Hank Jenkins-Smith joins us now. He's a public policy professor and director of the University of Oklahoma's Institute for Public Policy Research and Analysis. Professor, thanks for joining us. How did we get in this position, just to start here, so far behind China?
Well, it's a complicated issue. There are three factors that seem to drive this. The first is, in the United States, public perception has been unfriendly to nuclear energy over the last few decades due to events like 3 Mile Island, Chernobyl, the Fukushima accident in Japan. There's a perception that nuclear energy is terribly unsafe. That sentiment influences political decisions, making it harder to gain support for new nuclear projects. In China, the government has a great deal of control over what influences government policymaking, and so there's less pushback from public concerns. The second is the economic challenge. Nuclear energy is extremely capital intensive. That means that the costs get borne up front in the design and implementation of the plants. That means in the United States that there's a lot of expense that gets pushed onto ratepayers early in the development of nuclear energy. That makes it expensive. People want to go for cheaper, more flexible alternatives like natural gas or renewables. In China, the calculus is really quite different. The government can take a long-term view. They can use a variety of different sorts of funding sources for pushing through nuclear power plants. The third factor is government regulation and general support. In the China case, the government has taken a whole-of-government approach by reducing restrictions on new plants, by making it easier to develop them. In the United States, the regulatory process, responding in large part to the public sentiment in the United States and the history of accidents, has made it very difficult to build new plants. So those are some of the key factors that are driving this differential.
Obviously, a lot involved here. Will this ADVANCE Act, do you think, make a big difference for the U.S.?
Yes. Yes, it will. The effort here is to reduce the lag that's imposed by regulatory processes to speed up the development of new reactors. It's going to require, and of course, additional support for staffing at the Nuclear Regulatory Commission to make sure that its decisions are all well made and safe. But yes, it will help. It's not going to directly address the other problems, the high capital costs and the public opposition, but it will be a big assist.
Hank, I want to ask you, I interviewed Ray Kurzweil, the futurist and author and inventor, just last week, and he's very bullish on solar and wind. He talks about how 10,000 times more energy falls on the Earth than we need. He says within 10 years, we're going to be able to rely on all that to fulfill our energy needs. And he's like, we don't need gas, we don't need nuclear. What's your reaction when you hear something like that?
Well, it's very optimistic. Solar and wind are intermittent, meaning that if the clouds roll in or if you get a calm day, you might not get a whole lot of energy. It would depend on having a distribution system for moving energy from where you can't get wind and solar to where you can, and a variety of other factors. Yes, there's going to be a huge role for wind and solar in the combination of energy sources that we need in the future. But to rely on them entirely strikes me as both unrealistic and a little dangerous.
Very quickly before we go, when do you think a new nuclear reactor will be online in the U.S.?
I expect that we'll have one within the next 10 years. We're accelerating a variety of different kinds of new reactors now. There's a huge investment being made by a variety of venture capital firms in new companies with new reactor designs. Even fusion There's a lot of
fusion.
optimism about getting fusion reactors up.
Very interesting. All right, University of Oklahoma professor Hank Jenkins-Smith. Fascinating stuff. Thanks so much.
Thank you.